Yeah, hello everyone. This is your man, Goss, and thank you for once again joining me in this. Today, I'll be looking at, or I'll be talking briefly about how to include the space for artworks in your building, especially during the planning stage, because most of the time is after the building, then people start thinking, oh, what do I put here? What do I put here? But right from the beginning, from the planning stage, you can actually work out a space. You can actually work out a space to include the collections of your artworks. And it doesn't have to be a very big or extraordinary space, but something that is thought of from the beginning during the planning stage. I tell you the impact when the house is completely built and that particular space it's seen, is dedicated to that to whatever work you want to put there. It tells a lot about the occupants of that house, the owner of that house. So in the from the beginning, that's in the beginning stage, right from the time you start thinking, the concept start developing, right from the time you start looking at houses. So I want something like this, I want something like that. That same time also, at that period also, you should be conscious of what you want inside. And these things that you want inside should be about, about who you are. You have to define your purpose. So as you're putting together a team of architects and your builders and your engineers, you should also have your artist team, your art team, the curators, the interior designers, decorators, painters, qualified artists. You should put a team together. They are going to work together. You should be able to put up that team for them to work together. I tell you, no matter how much you spend on that building, if you start with that from the beginning in the early stage, when the work is finished, it's not going to look like an accident. It's not going to look like an accident. I tell you, it's going to look something special. And the fact remains that it's not even going to cost you a whole fortune like people think it will. So the first thing there is to define the purpose. You have to define the purpose. Decide whether where the artwork space has to be. You have to decide whether the artwork space is for, to display, what kind of display you want it to be. Remember, like I always tell, I advise my clients or my people I speak with regards to this. I always advise them to, first of all, think of who you are, think of what you represent, think of your origin, think of the things that makes you happy. So when you think of all these things, you put them together so that by the time you are discussing with your curator, with your artist, your architect, your designer, they should be able to see the picture. They should be able to see through you who you are, what you're what you want. That's the most important thing. What you want, and so on. That leads them to start developing concepts, of what to put in there, how to create a space for those particular work. And you also have to decide, what do I want that space for? Do I want it a functional space, or it's just a space for, just like that? Whatever you want that space for, it has to be decided from the beginning, right from time as you develop the concept, as you're planning, working with the architect. You should be able to say, okay, I want this space. This space is going to, okay, this is where I'm going to curate, my collections, to show my travelings, places that I've traveled to, places that I've been to. Or this is a space where I put, okay, this is the place I put in people I met, different, everything. Or this is a space for my traditional, to show my cultural aspect, my traditional, my origin and stuff like that.